About how the special effects were a 1.5 on Last Man on Earth. But what you gotta remember with that, even though it got a 1.5 star rating, back in the day when they made black and white films, way back in the day, the graphics were never really good. The special effects weren't really good back then, so that's the reason why it's a 1.5 star rating. But at the same time, they didn't have many graphics back then. So back in the day, the special effects in this film probably wouldn't have been like a 5 star rating to some people from back in the day. Now, this next film is another black and white classic. It's called I Eat Your Skin. Um, this one is about a couple of friends who travel to an island where voodoo is practiced, and they get attacked by these voodoo made zombies. For the most part, this film was very, very boring. This is another one that is just crazy. But I'll give it a 3 stars of 5 rating on the whole as the film itself. I'll give it a 3 star rating. 5 star for the acting. The acting in this film was good. Now on to my next film review. This film is called Empty Rooms. This movie is about a mother and her mute autistic son named Jonah, who move into a new home in which her son begins to act out. That's just the beginning of the mother's problems, as a kid indicates that there may be someone else in the house, and when an incident occurs where she gets hurt, she blames her son. Without me giving too much more away on this film, in closing, I'll ask these 3 questions to leave you with. Was it Jonah to blame for the shower incident, or could it be some kind of sinister force to blame? And if it is some kind of sinister force, what does it want of them? What is its intentions? You're just gonna have to watch this film to find out. Now on to my next film review. Well, first I'm gonna give my review for this film. If I was rating it out of the film itself, I'd give it a 5 star rating. It's definitely a chilling movie. The chill factor of the film, I'll give it 5 star ratings. Some parts will make you jump in the film. 5 stars for originality of the storyline. This is definitely a film to check out. It's a great horror thriller. Now on to my next review from this box set. This movie is called Don't Look Down. Now this film was directed by legendary film director Wes Craven, and is about a woman who develops a fear of heights after a freak accident occurs in which her sister falls to her death. And when the fear of heights causes problems in her marriage and in the workplace, she turns to a friend for help, whom suggests a psych doctor whom works at a psych department at university. And when he turns her down at first, it ends up resulting in her almost committing suicide. Eventually, the psych doctor agrees to put her in his experiment, which may help her overcome her fears and to stop her from blaming herself over her sister's death. She ends up being joined by 4 patients in this experiment. 4 other patients whom have their own phobias of heights. And when people begin to get murdered, the good doctor becomes the prime suspect due to his method of blindfolding, because the victims that are being murdered end up dead are blindfolded. Like I said, it ends up being members of the group who end up murdered. And without me giving too much more away, I'll leave you with these questions that you're just got to watch the film and find out. But I'm gonna ask these questions. Could it be that the psych doctor has gone lunatic, or someone else in the group? Or could it be a vengeful spirit of the girl's sister? Just to find that out, you're just gonna have to watch this film. I definitely recommend it. It's a really good film. If I was rating it on the film itself, I'll give it a 5-star rating. As far as the chill factor of this film, I'll give that 5-star rating. It'll make you jump at certain parts of the film. As far as originality of the storyline, I'll give that 5-star film. Definitely a film to check out. Now on to my next film in this box set review. This film is called sorry about that. This film is called 19 Floors. Now, this film, another film I kind of liked, 19 Floors. This film is about a screenwriter who decides to move into a haunted house motel for some inspiration for her next piece. And when she moves into the room of the motel where people claim are haunted and are scared to go in, she ends up finding the perfect source of her inspiration for her next screenwriting project. And when weird stuff starts happening that raises the questions, did she make a mistake by moving into the supposed haunted motel, or could she be going insane? Without me giving too much more away of this film, it's time for me to rate this film. I'll give it, if I was rating it as a whole, if I was rating it on the film itself, definitely a 4-star rating. The acting, 5 stars. Special effects, a 2 stars. The pace of the film, I'll rate a 5-star rating. Now on to my next film on this box set. This next film that I'm about to review is called Evidence of a Haunting, which is about a group of ghost hunters who stumble upon their worst case ever as a young girl becomes possessed by an evil spirit. But that's only the beginning of their troubles after they rid one evil, but just go on to their next case, a family plagued by spirits who's plagued by, their spirit is some kind of Indian American. But what becomes their hardest case, which could also be their last. This case is beneath the tunnels of a community college, which could be their most terrifying case yet. The rating of this film, if I was rating it on the film itself, I would give it a 5-star rating. Definitely a creepy film to check out. I give it a 5 stars in as far as the acting. The pace gets a 5-star rating. The creepiness of the film, a 4 stars. Now on to my next film review, which is called Dark Spirits, which is about a woman who begins to have some kind of evil. Well, she ends up having visions of some kind of evil force. And when she has a vision involving her sister's death, she ends up warning her sister, whom does not listen to her, and ends up dead. Without me giving too much more away of this film, I'll ask these questions to leave you with. Can the sister with the visions find out what dark forces are at work? And if she does, could she become its next target? More importantly, will anyone close to her also become targets of this evil force behind the terror? Now, this film, for me, if I was rating it on the film itself, I would give it a 3-star rating. 2-star for acting and 2-star for special effects. This has been Tim with the movie review.